Hello and welcome to this video where we'll go into the concepts and intuition about joins so that you later on can work with joins in code, which will be the next lecture. And for the coding part, we will go into starting with some generating synthetic data to do joins to see a very simple case. But later on, we'll move on to the Sakila database and do joins over there to see how that looks like. But for this one, it's just the concept. We'll move into the slides directly.
Working with joins in SQL to combine columns from one or more tables. Note that we're talking about columns now, except for when we're talking about cross-join, which is a special case later on. But now we're talking about the columns here, or we're actually talking about the columns in cross-joins as well. Before we talked about union or set operations, and in set operations we talk about rows, right? We're using compound queries. We're using several queries and compounding them together to get combining the result set of one with another with a certain type of set operation. But for joined operations, we are combining the columns, not the rows. That is very important. Joins in SQL explained with Venn diagrams. Here we use Venn diagrams similar to the set operations. You'll see that they look very similar. Here we have inner joins. This corresponds to the intersect for the set operations. But here we're using, it's an intersect of the columns, right? It's the inner join here of column of table A and table B. Here, left join, you use everything that is from the left table, table A, and then the corresponding columns from the B, from table B there. And for the right join, we pick the right table, table B here, and take corresponding rows for the corresponding columns for the table A. And for full join, you combine all the columns from both table A and B. Let's take a look. Here A and B are tables and it's the columns that are joined. Let's take a look into example here. This is an example. We combine two tables with left join. You do from main.plants P and left join with main.plantCare PC on a certain type of column. Here we use plant ID and we use pc.plant ID. One from P and one from PC. Here you have plant ID. And then afterwards, when you have done the join, you pick out the columns that you want. For example, I want plant ID from, I want plant name from, I want P.type, right? I want all this from P, and I want PC water schedule, and I want PC sunlight. It will look like this. This is the matching column. You can see for P plant ID, this is the matching column with this. We have plant ID here. 1 corresponds to 1, 3 corresponds to 3, 4 corresponds to 4, right? And then we have 2 and 5, but they don't exist here, right? We will have plant name and type 2 and 5, but they don't exist in the right table, like in the plant care, which means that there will be null for water schedule and sunlight. Let's look into that when we do left join. And you can see they are null, right? 2 and 5 are null. The other ones are joined according to left joins. It's based on the left table. That is left join. Returns all records from left table and match with right table, giving nulls in right columns if there is no match. Null means basically it's missing value or not available or, missing or not available. These are nulls. And here you can see right join. Similarly, we have a matching column. You can see here are the matching ones, but we use right join instead. And right join, it's based on the right column. And that's why these three here become nulls. Returns all records from right table and match with left table, giving nulls in left columns if there is no match. These are nulls. And here we have inner join. Inner join, you can see we take those that are matching. Only 1, 3, and 4 will be matched. The rest are thrown away. That is inner join. Intersection, right? It's the intersection of these two sets. Returns all records where there is a match in both tables, hence no nulls. And then we have full join, which corresponds to the union in the set operations, right? Here we have a full join, and this is the matching column as before, but we will get all other plant IDs as well. But there will be nulls where there are missing values, right? Returns all records from both tables. If there's no match, nulls are used on non-matching table. Here we see that water schedule and sunlight, they don't exist for 2 and 5, they are nulls. And here the plant ID and plant name and type, they don't exist in the left one. They don't exist there. Why doesn't the 6 exist here? Yes, because we have picked here p.plantID and not pc.plantID. That's why it's missing the 6 here. Nulls, right? These are nulls as well. Then we come into something called cross join in SQL. In the Venn diagrams, it looks like this. You have all the rows here from table A and all the rows in table B. And it works like row 1 in table 1 is combined with 1 and 2. Row 2 is combined with 1 and 2. Row 3 is combined with 1 and 2, etc. This means that it will become something called a Cartesian product. Let's look into that, how it looks. And it looks like this. If you have this, the plant, and you do a cross join, plants and plant care, you do cross join, and you will see something like this. This is not the full list. This is not the full result. Instead, you'll see here that you can see rose, oak, tulip, cactus, sunflower. These are the 5 from the plant, and it's combined with the first one here. You can see daily, and the first one here, full sun. And then next one is rose, will be combined with weekly and partial sun. And then that rose, oak, tulip, cactus, sunflower, they're combined with weekly and partial sun. And then later on, we have similarly here, like rose to sunflower, they're combined with biweekly and full sun, etc. Yes, cross join, like right now I just show you how the result is, but there are actually quite nice application with cross join that, for example, when you want to unnest JSON structure, JSON data, which actually I have in the appendix, where you'll see a case where I use the cross join to the data. That is quite cool. Here you can see returns all rows from left table with all rows in right table. That is how cross joins work. Yes.
In this video, we have gone through SQL joins. They work in DuckDB, but they work in other SQL languages as well. The concepts and intuition behind them. And I hope that you have also connected it to set operations that we learned before and the set theory that you may have learned in mathematics. Note that in joins, it's about the columns, while the set operations in SQL, they are about the rows. These are the main difference that you should know about. And then we talked about different types of joins. We had inner join, we had left join, right join, and we also full join and cross joins. These were a few joins that we talked about. And as you saw in the slides, depending on which type of joins you have, you will get null values when there's missing in a table, right? I hope that you learned a lot in this video, and see you in the next one. Bye.